Okay, so this is the first part of our guide to help you rejuvenate a tired looking kitchen, and that's by replacing the kitchen work surface. Now, it's not a simple job, but if you use the correct tools and the information we're going to give you in this guide, then you can do it. And don't forget, if you miss anything, you can always replay this video or even download it and take it with you. Now, helping me and guiding me is my best mate and long-term builder, Dave. Now, Dave actually designed my own kitchen, and he's been in the building trade for over 25 years. So he's definitely the man who knows the job. And this is a two-man job because there's some heavy lifting involved. So first thing, let's choose the work surface. All right, Dave.
Hello, mate.
How you doing? I'm good. So what do you reckon?
I got some nice stuff here. Just what you're looking for.
Let's check on this one. So here we are in the show kitchen, and you can see on this work surface one way to make it look really professional, and that's to make sure that this overhang is even throughout the whole length of the work surface. Do that and you're one step towards making it look a really top job. Right, the surface is being delivered, so we're off to the kitchen that needs the work surface. Now, just in case you ever doubted whether this was a real job we're doing, I can tell you it is, because the kitchen we're using is my dad's. Okay, so time to cut the work surface to the correct size. How do we do that?
Okay, well, we know how much we've got to take off. All right, so I've got a pencil line on there.
We've already measured that.
That's right.
Okay, a circular saw.
Yeah, circular saw. It's got a straight blade, and you can get, it's got fences on it to run straight, which is great. And we're going to use this fence to cut that line straight.
A fence is what exactly?
This is a fence.
Okay.
This is a fence, a square pad. All right. Now, you can, using the fence, cut along your pencil line. That zero there, that's the middle of your blade.
Okay.
So if you're cutting and you keep that pencil line there, you'll get a straight cut. You'll be fine. But I'm going to show you a tip which makes the job a lot easier.
Okay.
Now, battery out, because it's a battery drill, it's always on. That blade is 25 millimeters away from the fence.
Okay.
All right. And we mark 25 millimeters in from your line. There's 1, 2, 3. Then use a straight edge. This is a spirit level, so I know it's true. Put them on your pencil lines. And then I get one of these really nice clamps, which are great because you can use them with just one hand, which means you don't have to ask anybody else to help you. The great thing about this is that if you trust that and you're running straight, all you've got to worry about is the saw, rather than am I on the line or not.
And if you go off, presumably you'd actually go off into the waste bit.
This is the waste stuff. So if you drift off that way, you haven't ruined your job because you cannot physically go down into the stuff you want to keep.
Right.
Okay, you want to have a go?
Yeah, sure.
All right, goggles on.
Okay. Battery back in.
Battery back in. Finger off the trigger.
So we're in my dad's kitchen, and as you can see, we've taken off the old work surface and taken out the sink and the gas hob.
Yeah, don't forget, Martin, when you take the gas out, get a corgi guy in to do it, because it'll really spoil your weekend if the place goes bang.
So they're gone. Now what happens?
Well, now we're going to put the off of the worktop up, put it on the back wall, see how it fits, if we need to do any cutting or adjusting on it. I've pre-marked where the sink's going to go, so I need to mark that place out as well. So if we just offer the worktop up.
Now this is why this is a two-man job, because this is actually
very heavy and awkward. Oh, you right there?
Okay.
Slide it in, watch out for the curtain. Lift it up a bit. You got it.
Well, that doesn't look too bad.
Okay, we're quite lucky with the gap here. It's close. It only fades a little bit down there, but that's okay. That's enough. The mastic will cover that. We're lucky.
Okay. Now what?
Now we have to mark where the sink's going to go. I've already marked on the wall here where the taps and the waste pipes are, in the middle of them. So that's where the middle of the sink's going to run. So now all we have to do is pull the work surface off ever so slightly, mark the back of it, and now we're going to flip it over and cut the hole for the sink.
Okay. So another bit of a lifting job here.
All right. Okay.
Right.
Thanks.
Right.
Watch out for the edges on these, they're quite sharp if they're
Now,
steel.
cutting out a sinkhole, I have to say, is one of those things that just fills me with horror, because it's such a big hole. I mean, how do you go about it?
Well, there's the line for the pipe work.
Right.
And you line it up to your tap holes.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to make sure this is on the front edge, is the same length all the way along. Doesn't matter what's going on at the back, because that wall could be going like that all over the place. Yep, that's all right. Now we're going to, with the pencil, mark the outside, like that.
So is that the line we cut to?
No, you don't cut to that line. You cut, because you've got a 10mm lip on the sink, you cut 10mm inside that line. If you cut to that line, when you put the sink on, it'll drop straight through the hole and you'll be going back
in
to
the
width.
kitchen, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to mark 10mm line inside. Just remember to mark every one of the lines that you're cutting to, otherwise you'll be on first name terms with the people at Wix.
And now you can take a well-deserved break. Join us in the second part of the film, where we'll be showing you how to make a simple join between two surfaces and cut the holes for your hob and sink.